This paper cut animation style is everywhere right now, and every tutorial teaches it the same painful way. One sentence at a time into ChatGPT, picking the best of 4 images 12 times over, then an hour in your editor trimming every clip by ear. That is around 36 manual steps for a 1-minute video. There's a better way. In this video, I'm going to show you the full workflow from a blank page to a finished film like this one.
In the 1630s, the hottest asset in Holland wasn't gold, it was a flower. Tulips arrived from the Ottoman Empire, and the rare ones, streaked with flame-like patterns from a virus, became status symbols. Traders stopped waiting for actual bulbs and started selling contracts for bulbs still in the ground. Winter 1636, prices went vertical. A single bulb could cost what a skilled worker earned in years. February 1637, a Harlem auction. Nobody bid. The whole thing collapsed in weeks. The flowers were fine. The prices were never about the flowers.
Using only free AI tools. And I will also show you a trick nobody is teaching that makes your videos consistent and not drift at all. Alright, let's get into it. So the first thing we need is a script. And this is where the whole film actually gets decided, because every sentence you write here becomes one scene later on. I'm using Claude for this. Once you come into Claude, go ahead and type in exactly what you want. So for this one, I asked for a 30-second explainer script on Tulip Mania, the market crash in Holland in the 1600s. Drop that in and hit enter. And there's our script. And now read it back once before you move on. And if a sentence is carrying 2 ideas, split it into 2, because one sentence is going to become one scene. So this is done, copy it from here and let's turn it into a voiceover. The next part is the one people get backwards. You generate your voiceover before you touch a single visual, because the voice decides your timings and your timings decide your scenes. I'm using 11 Labs for this, and once you come into the platform, click on text to speech. You will see it in the left panel and drop in your script, which Claude generated. On the right-hand side, you can select the voice you want. For this one, I am using Charlie. Now go ahead and click on generate. And if you look here, it gave us 2 voiceovers to choose from. Download whichever you like and the voiceover is done. So now we turn that audio into timings, and Gemini does this for free for up to 10 minutes of video. Once you come into Gemini, click on the plus, upload the voiceover which we generated, and ask it for a transcription with timestamps for each sentence. Hit enter and you get every sentence with a start point and an end point. This is the step that saves you an hour at the very end, because it's showing you where the voice actually breathes. So your cuts land on the pauses instead of landing on top of words. Now look at the last timestamp and check it against the actual length of your audio file, because if those 2 don't match, stop here and run it again. Every scene after this is built on that number. Once it matches, copy the whole block and timestamps. Now this is the step where we are going to save our time. Go back to the same Claude chat you wrote your script in, paste your timestamps in, then click on the plus, click add files or photos, and drop in the skill I made for this, and hit enter. So it takes those timings and cuts the film into scenes, and every cut sits on a pause in the voice. And notice it didn't give me 9 scenes for 9 sentences, because anything under 4 seconds is too short to animate, so it merges the short lines and makes it one scene. It will give you the image prompt for all scenes, and it locks one palette across every single one of them, which is the thing most people never solve, because that's the difference between a film and generations stitched together. You can also specify the color palette you want to use, and then one prompt that you would never think to ask for, a completely blank sheet of paper. Hold that thought, because that blank page is the trick, and it's why this workflow works while others just regenerate the same scene multiple times. Now the next step is to generate our images, and I am using GPT image to create them all. Copy the sheet prompt from Claude and paste it in the chat box and hit enter. If you see here, it's literally a blank sheet. Right now, it looks like a wasted generation, and in about 2 minutes, it's going to be the most important image in this build. because this will act as an anchor for every clip in the film. Now go ahead and paste your scene prompts one at a time and download each one as it comes through. So this is scene 1 and look at how that lands. Torn paper stacked up in the background with people on each side, and that's what makes this style so forgiving. There's no real face to hold consistent, so when scene 4 sits slightly different from scene 2, it reads as handcraft instead of reading as a mistake. Just like this, generate all the remaining images and keep your downloads numbered in scene order, blank sheet as 0 and then 1 through 6, because in a minute you'll be attaching these by file name, and one wrong file means one wrong clip. All right, now the next step is to animate, and we're doing this in Google Flow, which gives you free credits that reset every single day. You might be asking why I didn't just generate the image in Google Flow using Nano Banana Pro. You can, but GPT Image 2 gives the best image quality for this type of animation. Once you come into Flow, click on New Project, then click on the plus. You will see an option to upload media, and click on that and upload all the images. Now open the settings on the prompt box, switch it from image to video and set your duration. Claude gave me 5 seconds for this scene. Flow only offers 4, 6, 8 and 10, so I'm taking 4 and I am choosing OmniFlash to generate this one. Now paste your video prompt in, and here's the part nobody tells you about. Your prompt has image 1 and image 2 written inside it as plain text. Leave it sitting like that, and Flow reads them as words and generates whatever it wants. You have to delete that text and tag the images properly. So wherever it says image 1, you attach the blank sheet, and wherever it says image 2, you attach that scene. And this is the 2-image trick. Think of it like this. If you give the model just one picture, it holds onto that picture and starts there. So it opens on your finished scene no matter what you write in the prompt. But if you give it 2, you're telling it where to start and where to finish. The blank sheet is the start, your scene is the finish, and now it just fills in everything in between, piece by piece, until it lands on your image. So check every tag before you generate, because one missed tag and that clip drifts away from the rest of your film. Let's click generate and wait for it, and there it is, building from an empty sheet into the full scale, landing on the exact image we approved. But I want to flag one thing honestly. Inside Google Flow, sometimes the models don't support tagging 2 images in a single prompt. If you face anything like that while generating, just switch to frames instead of ingredients. Upload your blank sheet as the start frame and your scene image as the end frame, and keep the rest the same. That's how you can fix it. Now let's go ahead and run the other 5 the same way. Blank sheet as image 1 every single time, and we are done with animating every scene. Now the last step is to stitch everything together, and because we generated all the images based on the voiceover, it will be a quick one to edit. So open CapCut, click on import, and bring in your 6 clips plus the voiceover. Drop the voiceover down first, then lay your clips on top of it in order, and you are done. Let me play it for you start to finish.
In the 1630s, the hottest asset in Holland wasn't gold, it was a flower. Tulips arrived from the Ottoman Empire, and the rare ones, streaked with flame-like patterns from a virus, became status symbols. Traders stopped waiting for actual bulbs and started selling contracts for bulbs still in the ground. Winter 1636, prices went vertical. A single bulb could cost what a skilled worker earned in years. February 1637, a Harlem auction. Nobody bid. The whole thing collapsed in weeks. The flowers were fine. The prices were never about the flowers.
So that's the build. 40 seconds of finished film, 6 scenes, and the only thing I wrote by hand the whole way through was one sentence asking for a script. Everything on this screen is pausable, so you can rebuild most of it yourself tonight. The one piece you can't copy off a screen is the skill, because that's what turns a page of timestamps into a cut sheet, a locked palette, 6 image prompts, the blank sheet, and 6 video prompts already formatted for Flow. So comment the word paper cut below and I'll send it to you along with the blank sheet the full prompt pack from this exact video, and the finished film so you can pull it apart frame by frame. And if you're picking a style for a brand new channel, start with this one because it forgives you while you're still learning. The people are simple paper figures, so nothing drifts, the scenes are flat cards, so nothing has to be real. And the whole thing reads premium on day one before you have any real skill at all. The style does the heavy lifting, and now the workflow does the rest. I'll see you in the next one.